Hello everyone, it is Leah from Dime Culture, and today we are just going to have a chillaxed little sketchbook drawing session. Today I'm going to draw some flowers. I'm going to discuss with you the flowers and my approach to creating flowers. I feel like in that sentence I use the word flower a lot. Okay. Anyways, moving along. I want to also point out before we get started that don't worry, I know you can't really see me drawing the flower right now. The quality, like just the visual quality for seeing the line work take form isn't that visible. So yeah, I skipped over it. I basically noticed that when I came in to edit that even though the lighting is pretty good lighting, the color and everything just wasn't very, bright for sketching. And that brings me in to the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to drawing flowers, and that is mapping out your flowers themselves and doing it with a pencil. This is my approach, at least. You can take any approach you'd like, but trust me, when you're first starting out in flowers, even if you've been doing it for quite some time, accidents happen, you change your mind, or your placement and composition isn't working out the way you wanted it to. So the best bet, the safe best bet, is to use a pencil. I like to use the Cool Erase. I don't know. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'll just leave in the description below a list of the materials that I like to use when drawing. But basically, why I like these pencils is because they do come in different colors. So they're not your basic pencils. And my reason for liking them is the fact that the lead, depending on the color you pick, is quite light. So you can't really see it when you're layering on other works. So if, for example, in watercolor, if you prefer not to see the pencil lines, you might want to try using colored pencils because they will blend in with the colors. And for my reasoning here when I'm doing line work styled flowers is because in the end I'm going to be erasing it, but I don't want there to be an impression left behind. Personally, I'm a heavy-handed drawer, and if I'm drawing with a lead type that will leave a stain, or it's so hard that it actually leaves an imprint, like an indentation on the page, I don't really like that. Like, I acknowledge that it happens and that, imperfections are good, but I just don't like it. So I like using colored pencils. I've definitely gone on a journey as well when it comes to finding colored pencils that I like. And if you would like to see a video about the different types I've tried before, let me know in the comment section below. And I'll put a video together of that. But back to to drawing your flowers. So once you've mapped everything out and you're using your pencils, and why are we mapping everything out? Because sometimes we need to work on our composition. I like to do the mapping out stage by starting with shapes. So I will just draw circles where I want to put my flowers in my composition, and then from there I'll then start putting in the petals. Now, at this stage for the mapping out section, you don't need to get too focused in on the details. I used to do that all the time when I first started drawing flowers. Is I got too focused in on a detail, and in the end my flowers might have come out a little wonky looking. What I've learned is focus on the shapes first. So what kind of petals are they? Are they long petals, fat petals? Are they triangular? Are they round? Those type of shapes, and put them in where they are. And then once you have that placement, you can then go in and do your detail work. I like doing my detail work right now with my ink. So once I've got down the basic placement of my petals and everything, I'll then go over it with my ink. I use the Micron pens. And for this, you can use any kind of pen. I like using the Micron ones because they're supposed to be water resistant. So if I wanted to paint over them, I could. But yeah, definitely when you're doing your flowers, just don't focus too much in on the details. You want to start off with the shapes, because once you get to the detail point, that's where you're going to get more of depth into your drawing. So you can do line work, dot work, cross shading, all that kind of stuff. Whichever your approach is, those little details are what's going to give your flowers, their petals, the depth that they need to give them the shape and the flow. So are they popping out, popping in, and the direction in which you draw your lines are going to show off that. And my best advice I could give for that is practice. It definitely doesn't happen overnight. It didn't for me. I'm still working on it. Like, I can't draw every single flower, and I'm starting to feel like my roses are all looking alike. So I practice by finding and Googling. Yep, that's right. I use Google as a verb. Googling different types of flower shapes and different floral types, and even different rose types, because there are different subspecies of roses that you can draw that look different, and definitely try and practice with that. Okay, so we're almost nearing the end of the video, because we're at the point where my drawing is me putting on the flowers and the colors and adding in some last minute details. I just want to say that Inktober's coming up. Like, I don't know if anybody else here is like finding September to go by so fast. Like, I feel like we're just in September, and already being reminded that come October, it'll be Inktober and time to do daily art challenges. If any of you are thinking about doing it or haven't heard about it before but are interested, let me know in the comments below, because I am thinking of doing a video about how to survive Inktober, because I know where I went right and I know where I went wrong from last year, and this year I definitely want to make sure that when I do it, I'm focused. And I've got some ideas that I'd love to share with you guys. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will make sure to cover that in the video. All right, so this is the end of the video, everyone, and I'm so grateful that you guys have been a part of this conversation. If you do have any kind of questions at all that popped up about drawing flowers or about the Inktober, again, in the comment section below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you would like some more creative magic in your week, definitely subscribe to me here at Dime Culture. And until next time, stay magical!